Hi ladies, it's Barbara and I am your menopause drama mama. I don't know if you were like me, but growing up, as soon as I hit my puberty years, I started getting migraines. And I had researched for a video that's going to be the next one following this one on why women seem to have that transition into menopause so much worse than others who seem to be able to just sail through it without all the horrible side effects of estrogen dropping. And I kind of wanted to know then, when I was researching for that video, this one I stumbled across because all my life, after, hitting puberty, I suffered from horrible migraines. I mean, just every single month, they were bad and debilitating. And when I used to work in Chicago, that was my downfall. Every year for my review was that I literally would miss, like 2 days of work. During that time, I'd get a migraine. But it wasn't that I didn't perform. I outperformed every year in my job. It was just that I couldn't make it to work. I couldn't travel from Wisconsin to downtown Chicago with a bad migraine because I would get so sick to my stomach. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a reason if you happen to also suffer from migraines, your entire life, that there's a connection to estrogen with this. So the brain's migraine circuitry is highly sensitive to estrogen fluctuations. And after puberty, migraines become 3 to 4 times more common in women. So that change happens when the ovaries begin producing cyclical estrogen every single month. So, the real trigger is just the estrogen fluctuation for, migraines. And it's not because of when estrogen is high in the body that causes the migraines. It's when the estrogen drops drastically in the body that it triggers a migraine. So that rapid estrogen loss, that drop in our bodies, is the most common example right before a menstrual period starts. So during the normal cycle, you have estrogen rising, and that is during, the first half of the cycle. Then it peaks before ovulation, and then it drops sharply before menstruation, and that is where the migraines get triggered. And so that is why apparently a lot of women get menstrual migraines. And I know they're debilitating. I suffered from them my entire life. Horrible. But estrogen interacts with several migraine-related systems in the brain. The serotonin regulation, migraine will help regulate serotonin, and that is the neurotransmitter that stabilizes mood and pain pathways when estrogen drops. And serotonin drops, the pain pathways become way more sensitive, and migraines literally become more likely when this happens every month. The trigeminal nerve activation, which is, I've discussed this before, and it's right in the temple. Migraines involve that nerve, and that controls your facial pain signals. So estrogen fluctuates, making this nerve way more excitable, increasing the likelihood of migraine attacks every month. So also the third one is blood vessel reactivity, and estrogen influences how our blood vessels, either constrict or dilate. I know when I would suffer from mine, I would get, you could feel this inflammation on the side of my head. And I would go to bed with ice packs on my head at night. And during the day, I would have to wear sunglasses in the house because the light would just react so bad with my eyes. It hurt. And, if you've suffered from migraines, you know this. And also, it is so sensitive on our stomachs where you just, I would have uncontrollable vomiting from my migraines. So, I would just literally just kind of stay in bed for 2 days until it was gone. But anyway, so the signs a woman has estrogen sensitive migraines are you get migraines right before and or during your period. And I would get them both. I would have them before and during. Migraines start at puberty. That's exactly when mine started. Experiencing migraines with birth control hormone changes. Noticing migraines worsen in perimenopause, and that's because your estrogen starts dropping. And migraines improve during pregnancy when estrogen is stable. And that is the one thing that I found a blessing with all three of my sons when I was pregnant with them, is that I did not suffer from migraines for those 9 months. So it just all correlates in that how your body reacts to your estrogen is, like how it's going to affect your perimenopause through postmenopause years. And perimenopause causes extreme hormone changes. So those swings going, up and down with your hormones, that is why you can often get migraines being triggered during this time, and that time can last 10 years. So it's not, as if it's not bad enough going through those shifting of the hormones, but to have this type of pain in your head that just seems to affect your entire body where, your sight hurts. You can't, the very blurry sight for me I had, having that aura of the light, having a very upset stomach from migraines. These are all things associated to being very estrogen sensitive. So anyway, if you like this video, I am going to do another one after this one, and it is going to be called Why Do Some Women Experience the Worst Menopause Transitions in Their Bodies, and it correlates to this one on migraines all your life because of estrogen sensitivity. All right, ladies, I'm wrapping the video up. Always wishing you a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. I hope you're having a really great day today. We have, it's just gloomy outside again. We made it up to like 72 degrees 2 days ago, and then today we're going to get snow again. So, good old Wisconsin weather. But anyway, ladies, I'm happy that you joined me. If you have any comments, let me know below. And always in that description box, I have, extra things in there about Menopause Society finding a doctor. And also, I usually will put an article or two. And if there is ever any supplements or anything facial or whatever that I use, a product, I also list it always in that description box below. All right. Take care. Hope to see you in my next video, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye, ladies.